This podcast contains strong language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised.
So you know how there are 5 different characters that all have the voice of Nanako from Persona 4?
Right.
So Ami's friend that's voiced by Nanako from Persona 4 is named Nanako.
Of course. Do we know the timeline on this? Like, was this first?
So Persona 4 was 2008, I think? And
Sounds about right.
Toradora came out in 2008, but it wasn't dubbed till 2014.
Oh, okay.
Like, this was dubbed around, like, just before Kill la Kill was dubbed.
Oh, okay.
So it took forever. Like, it's interesting how it, like...
Oh my god, can we do a Kill la Kill podcast next?
I'd be absolutely okay with that.
Oh my god. Yo, Kill la Cast.
Oh. Well, welcome to the Palmtop... welcome to the Palmtop podcast. My name is Alex.
My name's Kyle.
And we're here to talk about our rewatch of the cult show Toradora. Kyle, I don't know if you're ready, but we're at the Fields train.
Pool's open, Alex.
The pool's open.
See, the worst part about this, though, is I don't remember. I don't remember what's sad about this, but I know it is sad.
Do you have your tissues ready?
I mean, yeah?
All right, you need your tissues ready. You also need your pads.
My pads, yes. I got them
ready?
in.
Okay, great. So
you need help? I can slide one in for you.
Oh, thank you. So while we're getting me all set up, we're going to watch episodes 7 and 8.
I wasn't ready. As soon as... Alright. Okay, yeah, I'll say it. As soon as that scene started, I remembered, and I just went, no.
You grabbed your pillow, right?
Yeah, well, I usually sit down while hugging a pillow, and me and that pillow got, like, more acquainted after a while.
I was hugging my phone because I had no one else.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. So
pool times.
So pool times. So... It's so interesting to pair these together because the first part is, it has some poignant moments, but it's very much a kind of slice of life episode. It's very goofy. It's very just casual. It's
literally the beach episode, but it's not the beach. It's pool.
It's like the preamble beach episode. Yeah. And then the next episode is, oh, so here's the core of the show before we get to our quarter mark.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in seeing upon rewatching because they nail the theme and they nailed the like tone of the romantic relationship that's obviously going to happen. Like, who are we kidding anymore? They nail that down, but I remember still having doubts about it, whether it would happen or not. So I want to see if it at all drags, but I wrote some notes down about that. So let's just start with episode 7. So basically, Ami's still kind of giving Taiga shit. Is still kind of
always, literally never stops.
Yeah, she has a goal. It's obvious she's obviously has some interest in Ryuji. That's why she kind of like came up to him in a compromised position. Is to kind of get, she's interested in him, but she loves getting a rise out of Taiga. She loves getting this.
She loves being a huge bitch.
Loves this feeling of superiority and like of feeling important. And it's interesting how that comes out and how it's very similar to Taiga, but Taiga has a lot more of a sympathetic, isolated feel to her.
Okay.
And so it turns out it's swimsuit season, but while Ami is able to just pick out any swimsuit and look good in it, Taiga...
Hey, you want to know my favorite part about swimsuit season? Body image issues.
Sorry, are we going to get real here? Because we're going to get real here. I don't even know if that's the right word.
This episode got, like, a little bit too real, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
I wrote that,
first off, we're both dudes, so this is never something that will ever come up in our lives. But, like, man, that's a hard time for her.
That fear of going out in the pool of like being in public is like that at least to some level hit home for me. And I loved how they handled the insecurity as like a contrast to all the physical humor. Like the moment that came up, it was completely played in this like cinematic angle. It was done without jokes for about 5 minutes. It was like, it's like that this is a genuine issue for her, and it's one that will like uproot any other concerns. She could be thinking about food or Ami or Ryuji or Kitamura, and then the minute her like body image comes into issue, that stops all of it. And that's actually pretty real.
Yeah, it's really telling, like, pairing this with the, oh, she actually doesn't know how to swim, but that's not a huge issue for her. Like, this is more on her mind than anything, when really, like, you'd usually see in these kind of episodes are just the opposite. It's like, oh my god, I don't know how to swim. Oh, senpai, teach me how to swim. When in this one, it's just like, holy shit, I absolutely hate buying a swimsuit. Everybody calls me flat-chested. And it's fucking huge. It's just like, wow, I'm all over your shit lately.
Yeah, it's interesting because they have I liked that Taiga carries around a picture that someone had like written a crude comment about her on it, and like she keeps the negativity, the negative reception towards her. She keeps that close to her chest. No pun intended. And I said that they played it seriously for about 5 minutes, because then Ryuji's mother walks into the room with her ample bosoms, and Taiga begins like poking it, which has the great line, "Please stop sexually harassing my mother." Which, out of context, you know what? It doesn't sound so great. In scene, pretty funny.
Kids, this is how I sexually harassed your mother.
I would. Ooh, Bob Saget as Ryuji.
What?
That's How I Met Your Mother.
Bob Saget?
Bob Saget is the narrator in How I Met Your Mother.
I didn't know this.
Wait, really? He's playing the older Ted.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, that's a pretty good pick. Anyway. All right, yeah, back to the episode. So, Ryuji has this idea of sewing bigger pads into the suit, and it seems to work out pretty well. Everything fits.
It fits perfectly until you're thrown into the water by the nicest person in the room. And when Ami
cannonballed into the ocean by a huge bitch.
So when Ami throws Taiga in the water, her pads come off, and Ryuji has to discreetly insert them back in, which is as uncomfortable as it seems.
Oh yeah, definitely not good times for anyone.
No, but like actually not played for laughs either. I liked how this episode, like, even it's your typical, we gotta do this transaction, here's the pool episode, and it still had like a lot of subversive emotion.
Yeah, that scene had like really dramatic music, and they're like, oh my god, we have to do this. I'm so sorry. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, and then that's like, that Taiga's not mad at Ryuji for it. She's more ashamed that it had to happen, and she blames it on Ami. And then Minarine, the sports shonen protagonist we deserve, comes in and says they're going to settle it in sports.
Yeah, because anime.
Yep. Sports. And then, so
Minarine basically just came in and is like, you know what? We need more attention.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm going to be the peacemaker here, so let's have more competition.
Let me make more problems.
Oh,
you know,
man.
that's an interesting parallel to think about Minarine. She is actually trying to help Taiga here, but like, this seems to be somewhat of a step backward, isn't it? Like, don't you think she could have done something that maybe would have helped like this be a friendship rather than a competition? But she's not very good at it, and the only thing she knows is sports. So she's like, I don't know, sports.
You you can't paint as easy as it would be to paint Minarine in a negative light and like give her ulterior motives based on like later evidence. You can't, because she puts, right now at least, she puts Taiga before herself, and she's trying to help out, but she also is genuinely like attracted to being Ami's friend because Ami has a lot in common with her. They're both athletic and they're both into like nice swimsuits, and then she has a lot of trouble staying away. So she's trying to think, oh, this will settle it. Sports have helped me. Let me help you. I have not thought it through any further than that. I also walked into the classroom in the middle of a fight, and I think I know what's going on.
Yep. I'm so ready for this.
Yep. Other note, I love that the game that Taiga is playing is just so clearly Puyo Pop / Tetris Attack. I remembered that more than I remembered half of the episode.
Well, we're moving on to 8 now, right?
We have to, because 7, while 7 is great, 7 is a fantastic episode. How do you stand up to 8? You can't. From the moment the episode starts and there's
only one way to stand up to 8, and that's when it's Christmas.
So when episode 8 starts, the note being passed around is like people betting on Ami and people betting on
chocolate.
Yeah, who bets on chocolate? And they start like spiraling off. And Ryuji hands this note to Taiga, which seems like a bad idea, but no, he wrote, "Hey, let's do swimming lessons." So the episode's about getting Taiga ready for a swimming competition, which is the sport that Ami rightfully chose.
They literally have the montage music.
They have the Chariots of Fire theme altered ever so slightly, so it is legally possible.
They might as well be going, "You're the best around.
You're pretty. Okay." I would be okay with that. I love the thing I'll take away from the beginning, like Minarine moment number 75 is the drawn on eyes on her eyelids.
Oh my god. The frame of animation she gets, like half a second where her eyes are drawn on, she's taking yeah, it's great. It's great. Good. Thumbs up. Good job.
Minarine continues to be the best comic relief. Also, so I was like taking notes on this episode because I wanted to see what I remembered, and the scene you remember is the climax. Is the falling action of, oh, Taiga might actually really like Ryuji, not Kitamura. And
so,
you go.
Okay. If we are so we are talking about the scene now?
Like we can build to it, but that's
no, I'm fine just jumping in because I have so much to say.
That's the scene.
First things first, I'm such an idiot. How did I not see this? Like, I think I've said it before for those who's listening, but like I didn't really catch on to the Ryu Tiger thing until like Christmas, until like when it's actually laid out, and I went, oh, okay, this is where they're going. Like, this is so prominent that like I quickly pulled up the subs for the scene to see if the lines were the same. Like maybe they didn't just embellish it in the dub. No, it's word for word the exact same, and I'm just like, how the fuck did I not catch on? And then I realized it. Alex, this might be one of the like first couple of animes I've watched. Like it might be that early for me.
It was one of my first slice of lives, and I also remember like I thought it was obvious, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, my only real experience with like actual decent romance in anime would be like, oh god, I can't even finish that sentence with this, but like DN Angel, like non-harem romance would be DN Angel, and that shit was garbage. Anyway.
So it's very clear at this point, at least on rewatches, that there is like a pseudo harem anime kind of vibe going on. Taiga wants Ryuji all to herself, but Ami also wants Ryuji for romantic reasons, and Minarine is the target of Ryuji's affection, which competes with both of the other two girls' affections. And Taiga she's using Kitamura as a way to talk to Ryuji, and when Ryuji gets Taiga to pool passes to go swim with Kitamura and practice, she gets really mad about that and really flustered and kind of like returns it down right away and swims with Ryuji, and then drops like very overt hints for the first time that she wants that, like she's mad that Ryuji is not spending time with her in the way she wants it.
Oh yeah, how great is the parallel that in like the next couple scenes she goes, "Well, I don't know how I feel about stuff." And then like snap cut to like literally 10 minutes later where she's just screaming that Ryuji is hers. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. They sure as hell get the clueless high schooler in on this one. Like, this is very much the, I'm not really sure what love is or what attraction is. I know what crushes are, but oh shit. What is this, though?
It's the infatuation versus romantic love. And it's also, like, I don't know, maybe my opinion, the clueless lover thing isn't done too on the nose, isn't done too, like, negatively, at least in this episode.
Oh, no, definitely not in this episode. So, if I'm remembering how everything pans out proper, I think I remembered at a point going, man, I kind of wish Ami was like, all right, I'm going to say this, but like, sans any romantic relation, like, shit vibe between them, like, we're family. Like, I feel like she could have easily been, like, a cousin of his, and, like, they're, like, throw away all the attraction and, like, replace it with, like, worry or responsibility. And I feel like it could have been a little, I don't know, a little more interesting, because I feel like this story is all crushes sometimes, or like love. And like, yeah, it's a story it's trying to tell. And like, I'm not saying it's bad that they're not related. I'm just saying that like, I feel like something could be a little bit more interesting there if she messed with Taiga, because like, wow, you probably shouldn't be hanging around my cousin because you're kind of like terrible.
That is interesting.
Because like, I don't know, I feel like Ryuji is really missing someone in his life that like I don't know, a proper family figure, because like the mom's just like this nothing almost.
I'm glad you said that, because I was writing down, because I also know the theme of the show is breaking down what love is.
Yeah.
And it's breaking down what love is. Something no one knows what it is. What is it really? Let's look at it from different standpoints. So here it is from every main character's, like even Kitamura, you see it from every main character's perspective of what love is to them. And then when love works, how that happens. And I agree with you that it would have been interesting if Ami was like Ryuji's cousin or sister or something that would cause some sort of innate jealousy in Taiga, because she's also kind of lonely and doesn't have any strong parental connections. But I think what I like about Ryuji being an only child and with only one close relative is that he's not familiar with love in almost any aspect.
Oh, like, true. Okay.
Because that's why he has not catching on to Taiga. That's why he has a bit of problem with Ami. That's why his crush on Minarin is almost completely fluff. He never founded any meaningful connections until Taiga. So I think I like him being an only child, an only kind of sibling.
Yeah, I get you. We have our summer vacation coming up. All I remember is a lot of yelling at each other. All I remember is I feel like there was a cave at one point. I know they go to the beach, and there's yelling.
Well, there's definitely yelling. It is an anime.
At least they're not skiing.
So we have the dynamic. If last week, if 5 and 6 were a way to introduce the fifth wheel, then these two episodes introduced, like with a bow on it at the end of it too. They went, here's the dynamic. Here's our final crew. we're off to a wacky adventure at a beach house. And then I feel like the next 2 episodes are the most slice of life, while also being the like first true indicator of how all 5 of them act together. Any closing thoughts?
I'm excited. I don't know, man. Like, I just want more. Like, every time we do this, I'm like, man, I just want to watch more.
I have nothing but a good time when I'm watching it. Not to undermine our show, but like, if you're listening to this, you should be watching more of it.
Oh yeah.
Don't
let us hold you back.
Go watch episodes 9 and 10. We'll meet you there.
Have fun swimming. Don't drown. Yeah.
Make sure to have some ISO boing boings.
Boing boing. Eat those soybeans. Also, did Inko die? Who knows?
Did Inko die? You know what? I would have laughed my butt off if the next scene was just this tiny hearse right next to him.
Oh God.
Thank you to Eddie Gomez for our theme music and Phil Vasquez for our cover art.
Do you guys want to hear some more? Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know when we upload an episode.
Also, check out other shows on Kitchen Bed Media. We have 102 Cast, we have Chai Guys, and we have a few more things coming down the pipeline.
Ooh, what could it be? Guys, we are also on Twitter. Check us out. Palmtop Podcast. Throw it in that search bar. You'll find us.
Hey, Kyle, quick best girl.
Best girl? Easy. Sanjo Gahara.
What?
Spell that.
CTS.